In this segment, we're going to cover how to close or reopen the episode of a participant's demographic record. Now, at the moment, I'm on the landing page. Before we navigate to the program page, I want to show you an attendance report for my test program. And you'll notice that there is a record for Linda Fake. So that's the record that I want to close. Let's say, for example, that Linda has moved and will not be attending the program after this date. So I'm going to navigate to the delivery portion of SAMUS, and then I'm going to find the program page. This time I'll use the recent approach. And now I'm on the program page. The first thing I want to do is get to the participants action grid. So I choose that from the drop down list. And now I'm down on the bottom of the program page where all of the participants are listed. Now I can see Linda's record there, number 5. But again, to demonstrate how to find a record, let's say that I couldn't see it, and because there were hundreds of them, I just pull it up like that. Now I'm going to click the view option for the record, and I'll be on the participant demographic page. And if you notice the episodes pod, there is only one row, and it shows an open date of June 2022 and no closing date and no closing reason. So this is the one I want to close. I'm going to click the date to close it. Now that's not intuitive. There's no button that says close at that level. However, when I get the pop-up, I do have a close date. Now, because we're going to do a few extra things with this one, I'm going to go back and close this for, I think, July 25th. And I'll choose a closing reason. Let's see, successfully completed program. She moved, so participant doesn't live in Duval County. By the way, we can add various custom closing reasons. There's quite a few that exist that are not on this test program. Okay, so I have a close date and a closing reason. I'll click Save. And now you see what the episode looks like once it's been closed. Okay, very good. Now at this point, I can go out to the program page by using my breadcrumb. Then I can scroll down to participant actions. I clicked the wrong one there. Let me back up. Participant actions. And that will take me down. And the record is still there. And but it's not clear to me if it's really closed. This close date, open date, on this test program, we're doing some other testing right now. This is not the close date where I would see that. Just so you know, in case you ever want to do this, I can go to settings. I can type last, and I'll see close last date episode. Close date last episode summary is actually the column where the date will appear. And you can see now for Linda Fake, I closed that record on July 25th, and that's what is indicated. If I were to go back and rerun this report, Linda's name should drop off the sign-in sheet. So let's see what happens. I'm going to filter, and I'm going to, that's the program page I'm running the report for. So I'm just going to run report again. And sure enough, we see Linda's name has dropped off. Another result of closing this participant's record is that if I were to go to the Units of Service Input module where attendance is recorded, her name would have dropped off the module as well. So that's why you want to close a participant when they leave the program in the middle of the year. By the way, you can also do a batch program change, close participant episodes, choose a close date at the end of your program, the closing reason, and then perform that action. To do that, I should have indicated I wanted to do it for all of those. And then I could come up and do that at the end of the school year, and I could close all participants for a specific date. I'm not going to do that now with my test data, but I just wanted to let you know there's two ways to close participants: individually or all at once. Now, there's some caveats to that if you're doing it, and I'll show another video for how to close all participants at one time. There's some things that happen there that are out of scope of this video for closing one participant at a time. When do we close participants? When they leave the program in the middle of the year, or we close all participants at the end of the contract period. And then when the contract is renewed for the next season, you go in and add a new open date. And how would I do that? So let's say that it's the next year, or let's say that she came back. She moved, but she came back. Either way, I'm going to go back to the episodes on the demographic page, and I am going to find the blue button that says new episode, and I'll click that, and then I can open for any date after the period of time in which they were closed. I'm going to open this new episode for October 1st, no value and close date or closing reason. I'll click save. And now we'll have a new episode. So this record is now open on October 1st. And to demonstrate, if I were to go back and rerun this report, the name will come back on. And there you go. There's Linda. And once again, if I were to go to the input module where we record attendance, that name would then reappear because she has an open episode date. So to recap, you simply have to, to close or reopen a single participant, you go to the program page, participant actions, you'll open the demographic record in question. I'll do a different one. To close, you would click the date, give it a closing date, the closing reason, click save. Now they're closed. If you want to reopen that, you would do new episode from the blue button and give it the new episode date. And that's all there is to controlling the episodes on a case-by-case basis for specific students. Again, I'll have another video to show how to do those as a batch close at the end of the season.